Rouge Mindset, I'll be talking to my son Gerry, El Guerrero Díaz, a young martial artist who trains Muay Thai and boxing. I hope you enjoy it. This is Rouge Mindset, Dominate the Mind. Welcome to the very first interview of Rouge Mindset. We are kicking off things really strong and with passion with a really young martial artist whose name is Gerry, El Guerrero Díaz. Welcome, Gerry.
I'm great to be here, Rouge Mindset, and I know you have some questions for me, so I'm ready to answer them. And I'm just excited to be here, and yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time. So the first thing I would like to know is why did you choose El Guerrero Díaz as your nickname?
So the name El Guerrero Diaz, actually, I did not choose the name. More so, people around me, like training partners and just people in general that have seen me fight, chose the name for me because they thought that it suited me. Guerrero means warrior, so I like to think of myself as a warrior, so I like the name. It stuck and it sounds good, so that's why I went with it, and I like it.
I love it. It sounds
yeah.
really good and it fits you really well.
Yeah.
So I would like to know more about how did you begin with martial arts? So can you tell us a bit of your story?
Yeah, so I started martial arts actually in Singapore when I was around 12 years old. I originally got into boxing first, so it was boxing, then I did Muay Thai, and now I'm currently doing Muay Thai and boxing. I'm doing a bit of both. I started doing boxing in Singapore at a place called Evolve Martial Arts. There, I did boxing for about 2 months. I liked it, but then I knew the Muay Thai there was better, so I decided to do the Muay Thai there, and I just fell in love with Muay Thai, the culture of Muay Thai, just everything about Muay Thai. I had more weapons available, elbows, knees, kicks, everything. So I really just enjoyed it and I thought it was great. So that's why I decided to do it. But then I did a little bit of boxing, so now I do a bit of both.
Perfect. So Muay Thai, so everybody knows, this is a martial art from Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So it's really nice. And how do you feel training here now in the US? You have been competing now, so can you tell us more about your competitions and how in which competitions you have been into?
Yeah, so the first fight that I actually had in the United States was a smoker, so it wasn't sanctioned, but then after that I did WKAs, which was in Delaware. That was my first real experience of any actual fights and how fighting really is. I did both categories. I did kickboxing and I also did Muay Thai. I had about 4 fights that day in one day.
Four
So then,
fights.
yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then after that, I did Muay Thai Grand Nationals, which is like the most prestigious Muay Thai tournament in the country, against the elite. I did the elite category, so it's only like the best kids from the United States that do Muay Thai for my weight and my age. So it was a good opportunity to get my feet wet in like proper, proper Muay Thai with more people with more experience. So yeah, it was a good experience.
You are really young. You are only 17 years old, and you have been competing in many
Right.
competitions so far,
Yeah.
right? So I would like to know what does Muay Thai has given you emotionally, physically, or mentally. I would like to know more about your mental side. What has this martial art and boxing has given you so far?
So they both have given me a lot of discipline, a lot of mental fortitude. Before I started doing any martial arts, I would say I wasn't as strong mentally, but Muay Thai really taught me to be strong physically, mentally, everything, because you're getting punched in the face, you're getting kicked, so your body has to be strong, your mind has to be strong. It also taught me to be more aware, in my and just in general, having more awareness and more mental fortitude, just everything, being more tougher, stronger. And it has definitely helped me in all areas of my life. So I'm really grateful that I do martial arts. Yeah.
Well, I know that you have been like as a young martial artist, you are really, really disciplined at your age.
Yeah.
So that is something to admire about you. But also, I would like to know the mental side. It's really important. Rouge mindset has to do with the mental side of fighters. So, how do you train your mind before the fights and during the fights?
So before any fights, when I go into the fights, I like to have the feeling that I have already won, because having that feeling makes me feel more comfortable going into the fight, as there is less stress, less pressure. I think a lot of fighters go into the fight very nervous. I think for me, like what I have found that works for me is just going into it with a mindset of having fun and enjoying yourself,
That's right.
all with the feeling that you've already won, and just like capturing that feeling, holding on to that feeling, and really just enjoying the process too. So
That's
as you're
right.
training for the fight, a lot of, yeah, obviously you have to train hard, but you're training hard because you enjoy the fight. You enjoy like stepping into the ring and fighting with your other opponent, just being in love with the whole process, and then being in the ring with another opponent, just enjoying everything about it. And so also to prepare for it, you have to be really aware in the ring. Your mind cannot be in other places. If your mind is in other places,
Oh,
or
yeah.
you're distracted or thinking about other things, then you could get caught with a hand to the face or kicks. So it's really,
That's
really
right.
important that you're just aware in the moment.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, martial arts is some of the sports that you need to be really focused,
you have
otherwise
to.
you get
Yeah,
reminded about it,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, definitely,
In
definitely.
other sports, your mind can fly
Yeah,
away, but
yeah,
not in this case, right?
exactly.
So I want to know what are your thoughts just before
Mhm.
entering the ring, like the seconds before
Yeah,
starting a
yeah.
fight.
Okay, so recently I had a boxing fight,
Yeah.
and the thoughts that I had before the fight is, for me at least, I know everybody's different, but for me, I just think, okay, I'm gonna go into the ring, I'm gonna have fun, I'm just gonna let loose, because I don't like to think about, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. For me, it's about just being relaxed, enjoying myself, and that's just the most important to me. Just really just enjoying myself, enjoying fighting, and just hitting each other with like another opponent, just having a fight. It's just enjoying everything. So
That's
yeah, really
right.
just having fun, and that's it.
Do
That's
you
what I like
do
to think
any
about.
kind of meditation,
Yeah,
like to have more, like to help your mindset or your mind?
yeah. I do meditations in the night, or just I try to do a meditation every day, every single day,
Hmm.
for at
That's
least
great.
20 to 30 minutes. But yeah, meditation for me, I have found to be really important. Um, and definitely I've started to integrate it more into my life, especially when I started martial arts. I definitely became more in tune with myself, and looking deeper within myself by meditating, and just going out for walks in nature too. For me, that's a form of meditation, and even training. Training for me is like peace. It's like like it's a form of meditation for me, like a spiritual practice that I enjoy. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because the mental side is really important because
yeah,
how you manage because you train almost every day, right? So
pretty
if you
much.
train every day, I mean your body feels tired. So how you manage that? That is really interesting to know.
The way I manage it is really, again, about having fun and enjoying it, because again, you have to enjoy what you do, especially in this sport. It's a tough sport, so you really do have to enjoy it if you do want to even compete or take this as a future. The days your body feels tired, but you still decide to do it, is because, for me, it's because you enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, I've just been doing it for so long that for me now, it kind of just feels natural. But
Mm,
even on the days where my body feels tired, I still look forward to doing it, because it reminds me of all the times that it has helped me throughout my life, and so I'm just grateful for the sport. So
that's right.
yeah,
Yes, okay, because you just don't only do the martial arts, you also run, do other exercises, right?
yeah,
You go, what else? What else do you include in your training?
yeah. So for Muay Thai and boxing, running is really good for
Okay.
just conditioning your body and also your mind. Running is like one of the best ways to strengthen your mind, because at times running can be more mental than it can be physical. So for Muay Thai, running helps strengthen your shins and your legs, and it shows, like when I kick the pads, when I do a kick, I can feel just my kick being really strong just from all the running that I'm doing. So it
Okay.
definitely helps strengthen that. I do enjoy going swimming, so I go to the YMCA and I like doing a couple of laps for cardio. And I have a bar, the rep bar. So
Hmm.
it's just this bar that works out your entire body. But what I like about that bar is that it works on your cardiovascular endurance, but it also helps you become strong, becomes like, because it works your core, shoulders, arms. It's
Wow.
like a whole body workout. So
Okay.
it's really good.
Interesting to
Yeah.
know. Okay. Because one key question is how people that do not practice martial arts, because I am really interested into how you train your mind, because not
Yeah, no,
everybody can go into the ring and fight,
definitely.
right?
Yeah.
So how a normal person that doesn't practice martial arts can apply some of your mental skills outside, like in the real life? I don't know, maybe what advice can you give them?
So with with being in the ring, obviously you're stepping into there, you're gonna get punched in the face, or you're just gonna have to be courageous. So I think the virtues or like the skills that martial arts teach you is to be courageous. You have to be very courageous, even if you're scared, right? There's a lot of fighters that go into the ring scared, but they can't show that they're scared. You have to put on that mask that, okay, like I'm gonna do this. So
That's right.
definitely for people that don't do martial arts, in any areas of their life, they can learn to be courageous, learn to be strong, independent. Martial arts definitely teaches you patience, a lot of patience, because you have to put, if you want to become good and you want to develop, you have to put countless hours, like a lot of work, and so being very patient too. Um, and in life, you have to be patient with a lot of things. So if you want to manifest whatever you want, or like say money, house, you have to be patient because it won't just happen to you like that. You have to work for it, and yeah, so being patient, being courageous, being strong, all these virtues that martial arts taught me definitely do help me in all other areas of my life. So yeah,
So the main keys or the skills you say is discipline,
definitely.
courage,
Yeah,
and patience will
yeah,
be the first, like the three important keywords to apply, right? Okay,
definitely.
that's really interesting. You speak like an old soul. You doesn't the way you speak and you think is like an older man, not a 17-year-old. So I'm
Uh,
amazed about
yeah,
that.
I'm trying to speak from my heart so I can also inspire other people on their journey as well, and just really try to give out as much advice that I have learned from my journey so other people can learn and just integrate it into theirs. So yeah.
Great. So I would like to know also another what you have coaches, right? From Muay Thai and boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So what advices your coaches have given you that is like important, that has been really important for you to succeed in your competitions?
Definitely just enjoying the process.
Okay.
Um, When I think about my boxing coach and my Muay Thai coach, something that they both have in common is just enjoying putting in the work. So, because in martial arts, you have to put in the work if you want to become good. If you want to get to that level, you have to put in the hours and you have to learn all the techniques. So, just really enjoying the process. Um, they both taught me to have confidence. Both of my coaches tell me like you're the man, act like it. Like when you go in that ring, like it's your night, you're the boss. So definitely about having confidence. Um, that's something that I've taken from both of them, and having a killer mindset. Just like when you get in that ring, you want to just do your best right away. Don't think about anything else and just go for it.
That's right. And also, I think martial arts is like a strategic game, right?
Yeah, yeah, very.
In a few minutes or seconds, you need to analyze your opponent and know what strategy you are going to use to fight
Mm-hmm.
with him, right?
Definitely.
Against him. So, how you do that?
So when you get in that ring, depending on your opponent, obviously, I try not to think too much when I'm in the ring. Leading up to the fight, all the training and all the skills that I've done, right? When I'm actually in the ring, I try to go off instinct because I don't want to be thinking. I want to just act like it's like walking, like taking a step and then taking another step. Like you want to just have it automatic. So, but the thing that I would say is being relaxed and being controlled. So there's going to be times where your opponent might put on a higher pace, or if you're losing on points, then you're going to have to push the pace. And so when it gets to that, you're going to have to learn to be controlled and be relaxed so you don't freak out or nothing like that. You have to keep your mind on the goal, which is to just win or just focus on knocking him out or whatever. But another thing is also learning to fight while you're tired. So when you get in the ring, you get super tired. You can get super tired, like because your heart is racing, you're excited, and so especially if the pace is being pushed, yeah, you can become tired, and so you have to learn to fight while you're tired. So you have to learn to just really give it your all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Gerry, also, I would like to know that you know how to speak many languages. Can you tell us something about it, please?
So I speak Spanish, Portuguese, and English, but I'm also learning French. So yeah, I'm trying to learn 4 languages.
4 languages. So do you think that these languages opens you doors in the martial arts path?
Definitely, learning a bunch of different languages helps you because when you go to different countries, you can speak the language. And yeah, so if I were to be competing in other countries, I can just speak that language and talk with the locals, and yeah, it definitely opens you many doors. So I would say learn as many languages as you can. Or
Well, you have a Brazilian and Mexican genes in you, right?
Right, I do.
So how can you describe like these genes Mexican as a Mexican fighter?
Yeah.
What are like people think about Mexicans as fighters?
Mexican fighters are very brave. I think that's what a lot of people think, and are very courageous. They do not give up easily. They will keep fighting, and that's something that I like to embrace as a Mexican person and as a Mexican and Brazilian fighter. Is that we are not easy fighters. That we do not give up, and we're tough. So yeah, I like to represent both of those countries.
Wonderful. Yes. Also, I would like to know if your fight style would be an animal, which animal would you choose for that?
I think if my fighting style were an animal, I would describe it as a hungry lion hunting down his prey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Just going for it.
Yes, when I'm in the ring, I'm having fun and I'm letting loose, and yeah, I'm looking to get the job done. So
Okay. And one more question that I was thinking after a fight. You have a lot of adrenaline in you, right? After a fight. So what is your routine, or I don't know if you have something like to slow down because you are really into it fighting. So what do you do after a fight?
after a fight, I definitely like to just something that helps me is drink water right away because from all the adrenaline, the water helps me. But also just doing a little bit of breathing, just deep breathing in and out, definitely helps me to just relax after having a fight. But the adrenaline just stays there. You can ask any fighter. Mostly after a fight, they're all excited that they won or whatever, and so yeah, just yeah.
What is the feeling when you are just in the ring and the referee like holds your hands, raise your hands when you win? What can you how can you describe that feeling?
I can describe that feeling as being on top of the world. That's incredible. I love it. Especially after just when you put in all the work and stuff and all the reps and repetitions and the combos and just everything leading up to that fight, just training for it and then being in the ring, fighting with your opponent and then giving it your all, knowing that you did your best and then getting your hand raised, it's amazing. I love it.
And when you fight, do you hear anything that is around you?
So the thing that I do here is I try to hear my coach because usually when your coach is in the corner, he will try to give you advice or try to give you tips or I don't know, just tell you stuff to do. So I could be in the ring and he could be telling me throw the right hand or whatever, right? So I definitely do try to hear out my coach's voice. But apart from that, it's all like background noise. It's hard to hear because you're just so focused on your opponent. So yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the conversation with Gerry. For him, training is like a meditation. It keeps him focused and present. He believes a good fighter must have 3 qualities: patience, courage, and strength. Qualities that also help you in a everyday life. Stay tuned for our next conversation with Miguel Fernandez, 2-time Muay Thai world champion. This is Rouge Mindset, Dominate the Mind.